Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with I guess you'd call this a hot take. I got to talk to you about the channel and YouTube and what's going on recently. As many of you may or may not know, the YouTube people are really cracking down on channels. Now, I'm small enough that I fly under the radar more often than not. I mean, I don't have a big enough fan base yet. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of weird activity on my channel that I can't really explain. The main thing I see is a lot of your comments are just mysteriously deleted. And I have no control over that. I don't know why they're deleted. You can see up here, the reason I know that they're deleted is I can see them up here in this menu, and this is the notifications. I get the notification that you had a comment, but when I click on the comment, it goes nowhere, or it goes to the video and then there's no comment there from this person. So this is Art Vader checking in. Hey Art. His first comment, democratic unity equals comply, haha, that went through. His next comment, where he puts up the link to Unmasked inside Antifa's radical plan to destroy America, that's gone. Now, I don't know why a lot of times when I mention Antifa in my videos, I get limited in terms of the amount of money I can make on YouTube. So maybe that's it. I think Antifa is a word that YouTube flags because I think the people who work at YouTube support Antifa. That's just my opinion. It seems that they would. I don't think they really understand just how destructive and stupid they are. But so it doesn't surprise me at all that they would yeet Art Vader's link here. Also, he had a second comment about Antifa and BLM in Silicon Valley, and it appeared to be a good comment, but I can only read the first half of it, and then when I click on it, it's just not there. And the really sad thing is sometimes there's a person who's new to my channel and they only make one comment and that gets kicked off and I can't respond to it and I can't even find them. I got to sometimes track them down on YouTube and send them a direct message saying, hey, thanks for commenting, but you were yeeted off my channel. So YouTube's just weird about that. And I've heard they're going after the commenters now. They are definitely cracking down on that, and they've changed the algorithm. I've heard they changed it on Sunday, and a lot of the bigger YouTubers have lost thousands and thousands of views. I can't tell if I have or not, because again, I don't get that many. A couple hundred views swing one way or another, and that's a lot for me. For them, it's nothing. So they can tell because it's thousands and thousands of views, and they have that level of support in other channels, other alternative platforms. So really what I'm saying is I don't think original content is long for YouTube, especially political content. Now, Facebook just announced that they are kicking off all political stuff off of Facebook. I don't know how they're going to do that, because in that they include comments and posts. I don't know how they expect to do that and still have a platform, but I guess good luck to you, Zuckerberg. I expect YouTube to do something similar. So a lot of channels are just going to get kicked right off of this platform, I think. And I think I'll probably be one of them. I'll just be caught up in the algorithm. They won't care, if I start separating my videos, put one on one channel, one on, my screenwriting on one channel and politics on another. I don't think they would care. As long as it's on there, they'll just yeet it. Because I think they want to get all original content off the site and just turn it into Netflix. Not going to work, in my view, but whatever. The other channels you can go to Bitshoot. This is my Bitshoot channel. I know Bitshoot is a bit slower sometimes, and things don't always upload for me, and I can't always go back and upload it later. It's a problem, but I will say that Bitshoot has no commercials. Will probably be the next YouTube. They are getting better, and I currently have 252 subscribers, so thank you for that. So if you're not on YouTube, please follow me on that. Rumble is also another alternative platform. It's an It's very much like YouTube. It does have commercials, but it does load much faster. I haven't had a problem loading up any of my videos on Rumble. So if you can't find me on YouTube, if you go to Bitshoot and you see that one of my videos there won't load, you can always check me out on Rumble. So please, I know it's a lot to ask, but you'll be doing yourself a favor if you like watching videos like this. And, you know, you get to check out other people who are a little bit out there. And I definitely love to check out other videos and YouTubers when I can. Video makers, I guess I should call them. So the alternative, the alt tech is where it's at. It's where everything's going. You can also check me out on Minds. I don't upload every video there religiously yet. It's a little harder on Minds, but I tried to get a few of them up. It's an alternative to Facebook, and it's a pretty good site. I really like it. I think the interface is much better. There's alternatives to Twitter. There's Parler, which is currently down. Hopefully it'll come back. But Gab is still up. It has its own servers. It is really a free speech site. So definitely come to Gab. It's much faster now. It was slower before because everybody was leaving Twitter during one of the great purges, and so I'm on that as well. I just recently discovered 2 new sites as alternatives to Reddit. And you know I was a big Reddit guy. I'm trying to get off the site, although Wall Street Bets kind of sucked me back in. I'll probably just keep one toe in the water for now. But I'm definitely slowing down on Reddit and looking for alternatives. This is an alternative called Ruckus, RUQQUS.com. And it's Reddit. That's all. It's just another version of Reddit, except it's not heavily censored like Reddit seems to be. Not only is, I think, Reddit heavily censored, I think it's been infiltrated by massive amounts of Chinese shills. I've been in world politics in the Reddit forum there, and those guys will defend China all day long. And you'll just get bombarded by all these different accounts that say they're different, but you know, when you go check them out, they don't really have much to them. Same thing with Imgur. Imgur seems to be that way too. You get bombarded with negative criticism if you step out of line. But when you check out the accounts, they're very often people who don't contribute anything. They just comment, which is a bit suspicious to me. But you know, there are people who are like that. I mean, people are very, you know, I was saying to someone the other day, back in the day when you had, you know, we still had the same amount of lunatics we have today. But lunatics, you know, cancel culture type people, Karens, whatever you want to call them, crazy people, they didn't really have a voice. You know, they just sat at home. Maybe they'd write a crazy letter to the editor. Then once in a while it would get published somewhere, or they'd start a newsletter. But more often than not, you wouldn't hear from these people. They were angry, bitter people that people just said, oh, you're angry and bitter, go away. Now they have access to the internet. And because they do, they just spew their anger and dysfunction on social media where everybody has to deal with it. Because some of these social media giants are so partisan that if these angry, dysfunctional people take the right political stance, you have to listen to them. They have to be protected. And those angry, dysfunctional people realize that, and they go, "Oh, well, as long as I stay anti-Trump, you have to keep posting, and I get the attention and validation I so desperately deserve." So Reddit, I'm trying to get off of it. So if you want to check out Reddit alternative, Ruckus, and then there's this other one called SetIt. Again, it's Reddit. It's just a little different. They basically use the same exact platform, but they changed the name. They changed the, you know, instead of a little R for the room in Reddit, they have a little S for SetIt. So, I already got 24, I don't know if they call them karma points. I got 24 points on SetIt already, and I got a couple of posts there. You don't have to follow me on that one, but I I recommend you checking out these alternative platforms and just getting away from the other ones. They've just become so toxic. And I've said this before. It's all about the various phases of message boards. When message boards started, they were great, but after a while, they get territorial. As they get popular, more and more people come in. They get more and more territorial. People get out of control. You have to have more and more rules. As rules clamp down, people get bristle more and more. That causes the mods to react, and it just takes a few dysfunctional people to get into the mix, and the message board dies. It dies from over moderation and authoritarianism, essentially writ small. And I saw it time and time again in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was dating a woman who was obsessed with the Allman Brothers, loved them and followed them and ran a message board, and she complained that the message board went to hell over just stupid drama. And it's the same kind of stuff that was on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr and all these places. It destroys things, because these dysfunctional people, because they can hide on the internet, they can say anything, and they will, because to them anything is better than dealing with their problem, including lying, including outright lying. They will outright lie to win an argument, because they're so dysfunctional and so fragile. They can't handle it. They can't handle the criticism. So they just lash out until the criticism stops. And then they go, oh, God, oh, thank God the criticism is over. Now I can go back to being king of the message board. And we've seen that time and time again. And unfortunately, they found this loophole with politics, where as long as they adopt the same woke politics as the people who run the social message boards, they will run amok. And they will be angry, and they will destroy anybody who gets in their way, who doesn't worship at their altar and give them the respect they demand, not deserve, but demand. So these newer sites are much nicer, because that toxicity hasn't reached here yet, or it's those people are vying for attention. There's not enough people here for that kind of dopamine hit. So people are still very civil, because it's not a big deal yet. So join me on Alt Tech. Definitely seek me out on Bitshoot and Rumble. I appreciate it. And if you'd like to support the channel, get Joan some treats, please check out my books. Links in the description. Wokistan, a novel. Hollywoke, another novel. And of course, The Pineys, comedy horror from South Jersey. Books 1 through 5. Book 6 on the way. I just got the cover for it. Looks amazing. And more to come. I'm 5 pages away from finishing book 7, which will come out probably in the summer. And I got to get started on book 8. So lots going on. Keep watching the channel. Share it with your friends. And Joan and I will see you tomorrow.